drama in here. Well, class has started. Masterclass. Once you hear that cue, it means Masterclass is in session. I hope you have your tablets, your notebooks, your pens, everything, perhaps a cup of coffee, because we are going to be going through a very important subject, that is digital marketing. My name is Daryl Kwawu. I'm in for Yalbana, who is away this week, but I'm sure he's monitoring and he'll be giving feedback along the way. But this month of June, like I said, we are taking a look at digital marketing, which is important, isn't it, for brand awareness, awareness, making your business stand out, and also in the face of competition, and importantly, allowing you to connect with your customers, existing and new. Our facilitator is Edward Asari. I was telling him that I know him from LinkedIn because I monitor his posts a lot. He's a great person. He's an award-winning certified digital marketer, media expert, PR professional, blogger, publicist, and an influencer. What are you not? He's passionate about helping individuals, brands, and businesses communicate their value and build their online presence. He helps brands communicate with their target audience by leveraging effective digital media and communication strategies that increase brand awareness, visibility, and engagement. So currently, Edward works as the digital marketer UBA Ghana Limited. In this role, he is responsible for directing the bank's digital marketing efforts. And so, great to have you once again in the studio. You're looking dapper.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Great. And so, I just want us to start off because we don't have so much time and there's a lot to cover.
Right.
We started off last week with social media marketing and what the common mistakes are and how to avoid them.
Right.
Can you do a quick recap?
So last week we talked about the mistakes that mostly people do in social media marketing, and one of the top ones that I mentioned was even not being available on all of these platforms that are which are actually free.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the mistakes. You're not available when they search for your business, nowhere to be found. The second thing we talked about is the quality of the content that people put out. They treat it more or less like an afterthought when it comes to social media. So they just think anything goes. But guess what? People make perceptions. They form perceptions about you based on what they see on your social media platforms. Another thing we talked about is the inconsistency with which people share their content on these platforms. And we said that it is better to post once a day for 7 days than post 7 times in a day and go on a break.
Better to post once a day
for 7 days.
For 7 days
than post 7 times in a day and go on a break for 6 days.
That sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and another thing we also talked about is inconsistency when it comes to branding. So when you look at your page on LinkedIn, it's different from what you have on Facebook and all of that. It doesn't give a professional look to your page. And these are the things we talked about when it comes to social media marketing mistakes and how to avoid them.
Great. And so today we are going to move on to another subject, which is search engine optimization.
Right.
It sounds like a very complicated something, but it's just searching online.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It's just big words put together. So break it down for us.
Okay, so just like you said, when people hear SEO or search engine optimization, it looks very big for them. It's very difficult for them to understand. But it's basically all the strategies we put in place to make sure that content that are being put up by your brand or your institution or your organization rank high in search results. You know that sometime in the past, people would actually write down website URLs or links.
Yeah.
They have to remember. I actually had friends who actually have multiple website links in their heads. But right now that has changed. People now prefer to search for the things that they want to find online. And that goes to say that so many people are competing for that search that people are making every single day. So all the activities that we do as digital marketers or business owners to make sure that whatever people are looking for, as we sit down right now, your content appears more to them. That's what we call search engine optimization.
Okay, so why is it important for any business?
Okay, so number one, to even have to optimize your search results, first thing you have to do is to have website or social media presence, have some form of online, optimization. And it will surprise you to know that the moment you have a website, it changes the perception people have about your business. They see you as a serious business. Oh, go to my website, and now all of a sudden people will be like, hey, he has a website. So that's the first thing that it helps you with. And now another thing that comes with search engine optimization is it increases the awareness that people have about your business. And just like I've always said, as a marketer, I prefer reach and impressions when it comes to our key terms and our objectives and ROIs. I like impressions and reach because before somebody can make a decision as to whether I want to patronize you, first of all, they have to know about you. So if you are able to rank high in search results, that's some free visibility and impressions that you are getting for your business. Another thing is that it gives you some form of competitive advantage. Whether you like it or not, you are competing with so many businesses online, and when you search for any content at all online, okay, after the very promoted ad that you see, the search results you see, there is the organic results that come up. Okay, now when people don't get to see the results on the very first page of Google, okay, maybe they could go to the next page, but it's hard for them to go to the third or fourth or fifth page. The moment they are not able to see the content they are looking for on the very first page or second page, what do? They change their search words or keywords. They change it. They might be thinking, okay, maybe I'm not putting in the right words to get the result I want, because they trust that Google is smart enough to give them the result they want. So that gives you some form of visibility as well. And also it increases your conversion and then website traffic and eventually sales. Now this is the thing. When somebody is already looking for what you have, it is easier to close the deal, the sales deal.
Right.
Because let's say, Daryl, you sell shoes. And then I come online and I'm looking for shoes. And then when I searched, I saw your social media link or I saw your website. Now, when I go to your website or I get the number and I call you, you are able to close a deal easily because I am the one who came looking for you. You understand? So increasing your optimization when it comes to search result is one of the easiest and the cheapest way to close sales deals online. So these are some of the importance that comes with optimizing your search result on.
Great stuff. You're listening to the Masterclass, which is brought to you by Gwell, Good Energy, Gwell, Yenara, Yendia, and GL Properties, the city's favorite developer. I'm sure you're taking down notes. I'm sure you'd have questions in the course of the program. 055-1111-997. That's the WhatsApp line. Just send your questions through if you have any. And so we're going to move on and talk about, we are talking about search engine optimization, but there's also search engine marketing.
Right.
Tell us about what they are and what's the linkage between the two of them, or the difference that is.
Okay. So we have search engine optimization and then search engine optimizer. In marketing, we have promoted content and we have organic content. Organic content is what we get by just our own effort without putting any budget or promoting or sponsoring the content we have online. And then the promoted content or sponsored content refers to content that we actually pay the platform owners, let's say Facebook, Google, Instagram, to show to more people. So when it comes to search engine optimization or search engine, we also have what we call search engine marketing, where organizations could actually find search terms or keywords that people actually look for when it comes to their industry. So let's say I'm in the banking industry, I'm a UBA Ghana Limited. So what I would do is that I'll look for keywords that people actually search when it comes to my industry. So let's say banking or finance or savings. Now I place ads of my website with those keywords with Google. Okay, so that's the paid one. So anytime you search for anything at all, you realize that maybe the first 3 results, they have AD attached to it. Those ones are promoted content. That's what we call search engine marketing. So me as a digital marketer, knowing all of these tricks, knowing that you're going to search for me, I want to beat the system.
Okay.
And rank high. But the thing is, people barely click on those ads. Even though they do, it gives some form of visibility. Now, they want to go to the organic one. So beneath those AD content you see on your search queries is the organic content. That's what we call the optimized content.
Okay.
So the only difference you have between the two is that the search engine optimization content is organic. And then the search engine marketing content is the promoted one.
What would you advise for a business?
So the catch is that, search engine marketing is expensive. You have to put some money behind it. And we business people really don't want to spend much.
The point is, they don't even have much to spend, especially if you're a startup or a small business. Yeah.
So let's say you are even a startup. The only thing you can do is that to beat the system by focusing on optimizing your online presence, which is where we are going to go next.
Take it away.
Okay, let's go right into it. So one of the things you have to do when it comes to making sure that you appear on, high or rank high in Google search results is, number one, have a website. Now, after having that website of yours, you have to make sure that whoever developed your website for you gives you access to it, or they could actually have it themselves. Okay, just in case the person is no longer working with you, or in the event where they are not available, you actually have access to your website. And now you have to submit the link of your website to Google Search Console.
Okay.
Now Google Search Console takes that information of your website and then indexes it, or crawls your page for information on your page and indexes it. Now we have what we call copywriting. Copywriters are people who write content for marketing purposes. Now the content on your page would actually tell people or Google what you are interested in or what you are all about. So if you are somebody who is into fashion, depending on the language of the text on your page, Google will pick all those keywords on your page. Let's say kente, shoes, kaftan. All of those keywords, Google picks them up and then indexes it and categorizes your page under, let's say, fashion, or if it is about music, if it is about food, if it is about media, entertainment. So you have to make sure that you plan your keywords well, which is another point that you have to note in search engine optimization.
Okay. Plan
your keywords well, and then use that in writing your copies so that Google can be able to crawl the content on your page and then index it so that when people query for a certain search term, your page ranks high.
Okay.
All right. Now, can I go on to the next one?
Oh, yes, sure.
The next one is quality content. Google don't want to appear like a search engine that gives people very, mediocre content or very bad content. They want to always prioritize content that is of value to people. So if you spend much time in creating content for your website, and that is why it is very important that businesses add a blog to their website. So apart from having a landing page where you have content about your company, your contact numbers, and then a gallery, have a blog about your on your page where you share knowledge about your business, where you share activities about your business. Now all of those things amount to having quality content on your page. And then when people search for any key term or anything at all on the internet, Google will suggest your content as the best one for it. Having quality content includes having very good images on your publications, having very good English construction on your page, and all those little things that makes up a good copywriting. Another thing that you have to do when it comes to search engine optimization is to make sure, after having your website, that every image and video you upload on this website is properly named. And brother, right now when people send you image on WhatsApp, when you download it, you see how it is named? It has a very funny name with WH WhatsApp 00IMG. It doesn't have a correct name. So let's say Daryl sends me an image of himself to publish on my website. What do I have to do? I have to make sure I rename the image before uploading it onto my page. Now, when somebody goes on air or online and then searches for your name, what happens is that it can pick the name of the image and bring it up in the search results.
Okay.
Note that when people search for anything at all, they also check the images column to see what is there. Now, you've not named your images or your videos well. It goes against you because you will not be ranked high in the search results. And also your videos as well. Another thing, when you have access, if you're a publisher or you're somebody who has a blog, okay, you would notice that when you're uploading images and videos, it gives you an alt area. If you are not a digital marketer or a blogger, it is very good to know these things so that when somebody is doing it for you, you can tell them what to do. There's an alt area. That alt gives more information about the image you're uploading. So you could actually add maybe a phrase or a sentence describing the image or video. It also helps in ranking high.
All right.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about a bit more about content.
Right.
And why original content is also important to rank your website high.
Right. Bloggers or content creators online, some of them monetize their content, which we'll be talking about monetization as we go on. So for you to monetize your content online, you have to make sure you are providing original content. Let's say we are both bloggers. I can't blog about something, and all you do is that you can't pick my content and go and post it on your...
People do that a lot.
Exactly. But guess what? You'll be ranking very low.
Okay.
Because Google do not want you to cheat the system. And how do they know? By the timestamp.
Okay.
The time of publication. It's there. Everything is there.
That makes sense.
Exactly. So you have to make sure that you are putting out the original content. If you are putting out copy and paste content, your content is always going to be ranking very, very low in search results. The system will always give priority to content that is original. So you have to make sure you don't copy content. This one goes mainly for the bloggers and people who do copywriting online.
So one, avoid duplicating content from other sources.
Yeah.
And then the second one, create original and valuable content.
Yeah.
Any ideas as to how to create
valuable content? Just like I said earlier. So you have to make sure when you Google something, right, and the search results come up, sometimes dependent on how valuable your content is, so many people would go visiting your website. Okay? It leads to a lot of traffic. Now, these metrics are picked up by Google through crawling and indexing. Crawling simply means that all the activities that Google does by picking up information that comes to your website. Okay, and as a digital marketer or a blogger or a business owner, you have to know that one of the tools that you use to check all of this is Google Analytics. So when you have Google Analytics, you add your website to it, you are able to track the traffic that comes to your page. Now, the more people come to your page, it gives Google an idea that probably have some very good information on your page. So it shows it to more people. And that's how you get to know that you have valuable content on your page.
The third point under original content I find interesting is also establish yourself as an industry expert.
Exactly. So another thing that you could also do is to have a niche. Have something that you are known for. Okay. And write on it consistently. So if you want to portray yourself as a tech company, then you always have to share that content about tech, IT. And then based on what you put on there, your page will be indexed as a tech content-based website. So that when people are looking for anything tech, your page is one of the pages that ranks high in the search results.
Okay, so you are able to create original content, quality content. What next?
The next thing is backlinks. So backlinks just refers to when other websites mention your website as the source or an expert in a certain field, or they refer to your website. It's more or less like referencing. So let's say I'm writing content and then I picked it from myjoyonline.com, and then I have a blog, edwardasari.com, and I reference that, I picked this content from myjoyonline.com. Now what that does is that it increases your site's authority as a knowledge-based site, a site that can be trusted. Another thing is that anybody at all that comes to that story of mine or that content of mine online has the chance to click on that link and then redirect to myjoyonline.com. So all of those redirects and all those references from other websites give some form of authority to your website. You get me? Through the traffic that comes to your page from other websites. Now, getting all those backlinks and media mentions by other websites increases your authority online, thereby increasing your rank in search results.
Well, just so our audience understands, how is this applicable to maybe like a startup or a business person? Yeah.
So let's say you are a startup and you want to increase your site traffic or some form of authority of your page. So you reach out to My Joy Online, and then they write about your business, and then they reference your website in their article. Number one, the fact that my job online had written about you alone is some form of reputation that comes to you. You know the brand is very big.
Yeah.
Another thing, my job online has more traffic than your small business. So probably people might not even see it. They might not know about it. But the moment you have my job online writing about your business, now they can see your business and they click on it, redirect traffic to your page. The more traffic you get, the more valuable your website seems, the higher you rank in search results.
Oh, that's great. That's
Simple
great.
as that.
Great. So, yeah, you talked about acquiring high quality backlinks from reputable websites like myjournalline.com.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And next thing is to build relationships with influencers and bloggers.
Yeah, it's very important. You know, bloggers have a very bad name in Ghana here. When you say you're a blogger, people see you in a certain light.
It's like they're targeting for bad news about people,
Yes,
right?
but it's not so. You know, blogging is a very good thing, and people who actually know the advantages of blogging actually get the best or the best out of it. So you can reach out to bloggers, okay, and get featured on their pages. Okay, and some of these bloggers are actually influencers. So you could engage them in some form of influencer on an influencer basis, and then get them right and then mention your website in their content, so that you can get some form of redirection to your page as well. So that's some of the things that you can do apart from using media houses like Joy.
All right. What next?
Google My Business. It's a free tool by Google where small businesses can actually sign up their businesses. So if you like right now, pick up your phone and then search Joy FM. If you're listening, just search Joy FM or search UBA Ghana. Okay, so when you search for these companies, there is a panel that appears with the location, contact number, and photos, logos of the business. That thing is called Google My Business. And you can actually set one for yourself by just going to Google and then set Google My Business and set it up for your business. It's free of charge, and then it increases your search result.
Google My Business.
Google My
Everybody
Business.
take note.
Yeah.
It's free of charge.
Free of charge.
Yeah.
The downside is that fraudsters can actually create one for themselves too, and then use it to dupe people, and it's something that's becoming alarming lately. But that notwithstanding,
So how do you protect yourself from that? I mean, how do you know this is not a fraudster?
so there is a way of confirming the identity of your company that you are trying to sign up as well. And I think that you can reach out to the Google team. They help in bringing down fake pages that have registered in your name as well.
Okay, is that all there is to know about Google My Business?
Yeah, that's all you need to know about Google My Business. Just if by having a Gmail address, you are able to open a Google My Business for your business online.
Okay.
Right.
So we get to talk about Wikipedia as well,
Yes.
and Google Knowledge Panel.
Yes.
What are those?
So Wikipedia, if you are eligible, and this one works mostly for public figures, artists, entertainment people, some notable businesses, some unique things that happen in the country. Those are the people these are the things that qualify to have Wikipedia. Not everybody at all can be there, and it is not promotional. It is not a promotional site to go there and then try and go and market yourself. But if you do qualify, if you are maybe this one goes mostly to the artists who actually qualify, and you have some very good mentions online that shows that you're actually who you are, and you have some form of public interest in you, you can get a Wikipedia page. The moment you get a Wikipedia page, automatically you get a Google Knowledge Panel. Google Knowledge Panel, anytime you Google Sarkodie, okay, that panel that comes up with his name, his photo, his age, his wife, all of those things are called a Google Knowledge Panel, okay? And that can actually be achieved also by having some decent mentions frequently in the media. So the more you get mentioned by these online platforms, the more likely you are going to have a Google Knowledge Panel about yourself, even without having a Wikipedia page. So these are some of the things that you can actually do as maybe somebody who is establishing a personal brand for him or herself.
Aside from Wikipedia, are there no other perhaps platforms that do write-ups about people?
Oh, there are. So another thing that you could if you are a musician and you have an Apple Music profile, or you are on Spotify, that Google can actually crawl those ones too, and then create a Google Knowledge Panel for you, so that when people search for you, it is easier for them to find you. Another thing is that if you're an author and you've published books on Amazon, you have a profile there, and you've published more times, the system can crawl your details and then create a Google Knowledge panel for you as well. And if you are one and you are not getting that, then you probably have to increase your media mentions. You have to be mentioned a lot times on some online platforms to create a knowledge graph for you, so that the knowledge panel can be created for you. These things, you can't cheat your way into it. There's nobody you have to go and bribe for it to be created. It's just based on hard work into putting content out there consistently.
So people don't pay to be on Wikipedia, just so you know.
No, it's not. It's actually against their rules. You don't do that. It's only for people who are eligible to be there. Public interest. You are unique. It's not promotional.
Okay, so my question then would be, how do I catch the, should I put it, eye of Wikipedia?
Okay, so you have to make sure that you're providing value in the first place, okay? And then get talked about in the media a lot. Even without you trying, okay? When you are doing something and you're being talked about a lot of times online, and these media houses are writing about you online, automatically you could qualify as somebody who is of public interest. Now, a Wikimedian can write about you, and then your article will not be pulled down. If you don't qualify, your article could be pulled down, because the site only is for very, just like I said, original content, has to be of public interest, has to be unique. You understand? So that could actually help you. Or you could be of public interest by constantly sharing content about yourself online.
Yeah, and I'm sure you are listening wondering, as a business owner, why should I go through all this stress? This is supposed to help increase your brand awareness and also make you very competitive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, people Google, let's say, this business, they go to your website. What they find at your website is very important.
Yes.
Right? So tell us about creating user-friendly website.
Another thing, when it comes to ranking high, is making sure, so this is the technical bit. What we talked about is more about the content creation and the copywriting on your page, making sure that your keyword is right, so that when people search for you, they find you. Now, there's a technical bit, which is the build of your website. How friendly is it? How quickly is it to load when people click on your URL? Does it take so long? When people go onto your website, how easy is it for them to navigate, to see the content that is on your page? And you'll be wondering, how would Google know how easy it is for people to navigate my page? All the metrics are there when it comes to the bounce rate of your website, the load speed of your website, how heavy your site is.
The load speed.
Exactly. So the more people find it difficult to access your site, the less you rank. Because Google doesn't want to give people a very bad user experience. All these platforms want to have so many people on it, because they are selling the impressions. That's how they make money. So if Edward is searching for something and you alone, you are making it very difficult for them to have more people online or have a very good user experience, definitely they are going to rank your site low. And this is mostly the job of the web developer, to make sure that the website is not heavy, easy to navigate, is user friendly, and gives people a very good user experience as well.
Well, I've learned something that the fast loading speed of your website can improve your search optimization.
Exactly.
Oh, great. All right. And we are going to also talk about the use of tags.
Yeah.
But I'm told I have to go for a break. You're listening to the Masterclass. We'll come back to that, Edward. It's brought to you by Gwel Good Energy, Gwel Yanara Yandia, and GL Properties, the city's favorite developer. We're taking a short break. We'll be coming back. And just in case you have some questions, 055-1111-997. That's the number to send your text to. We will be right back. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the Masterclass. I'm here with digital marketer Edward Asari. We are talking about search engine optimization. I'm learning a lot. I hope you are learning a lot as well if you're a business owner. Remember that the Masterclass is brought to you by Gwel Good Energy, Gwel Yanara NDM. Now, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just top up anywhere? Don't do that. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why why you must be part. Now, Guel Super XP Raw 95 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Guel Super XP Raw 95 is a high grade fuel sold at same price as normal fuel. Guel Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. With over 440 stations across the nation, join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Guel, good energy, Guel, Yanara. And also, the masterclass is brought to you by GL Properties, the city's favorite developer. We are heading back to our discussion. Remember that you can join us via text on WhatsApp 055 11 997 055 997. That's if you have any questions, or give us a call 0302 216 541 0302 216 541. If you're a business owner, if you have issues with making your brand stand out, if you have questions about how search engine optimization can help improve your visibility, call. Edward knows it all. He will tell you what to do. So let's talk about meta tags. That's the point you're going to talk about.
Okay, so these are also part of the technical part of SEO. And this is mostly the work of your developer. He could actually teach you how to do that too. And mostly when you're adding a blog to your page, there are columns, especially when you're using WordPress. Okay, there are areas where you can actually add tags to your page. They are more or less like keywords as well. Okay, and you add some form of description to whatever content you're sharing over there. It serves as, that's what Google will actually crawl and then use it in displaying your content to people who would search for you online. This, as I said, is more technical, and it will depend on your web developer to create those tags for you so that Google can actually index your website well, know where to put it, so that when people search or give queries on Google on a certain subject matter, your content will rank higher.
All right, so these are stuff that, or should I say, are they stuff that can be done by, let's say, the business owner, or needs help from, like you say, a developer?
Yeah. So you need a web developer to do this for you when it comes to the meta tag on your website. But it is good to know this as a business owner, so that now if you actually have a website now, you could actually go and ask your web developer whether what meta tags they use on your website, what descriptions they use. Can I see it? Else, if you don't know these things, they've done your website for you, they are gone, and your page is not getting the traffic that you need.
Yeah.
And all of that. Yeah.
All right. We are heading into the more technical stuff, such as the SEO plugins on websites. What are those?
So when you have a website powered by WordPress, okay, we have plugins that help you as a content creator to make sure that the SEO is on point. And one of them is Yoast SEO, spelled YOAST.
Okay.
SEO. All you have to do is just go to your plugin page of your website, search for Yoast SEO, install it and activate it. It's just by clicking buttons, and then the plugin will be installed. Another one is also Rank Math SEO. Rank Math is spelled RANKMATH SEO. Okay, you can use either of them. They have premium versions of those plugins, but trust me, if the free version is enough for you as a content creator or a copywriter on a website to give the best results on those pages. Now, what those SEOs plugins do is that when you've created a content, so let's say you have a website for your business, your food business or your fashion business, and you're trying to create some content to add value to your website so you can rank high in the SEO results, when you install and activate the Yoast SEO or Rank Math SEO, the moment you are creating a content, there is a pane that appears, okay, where you can enter keywords. So this makes it very easy for you. You heard that I mentioned keywords in my earlier presentations.
All right.
So you enter the keywords. There's a place where you enter keywords. It says keywords. So you enter the keywords that are relevant to the content you are creating. So if it's about food, you enter maybe Ghana Jollof, anything that talks about food in your content. And then you click OK. The moment you click on OK, now it ranks or scores the SEO of your content. Or you understand? Whether it is good enough. So it tells you whether you should add more, you should improve on your keywords. Those SEOs too gives you some headline suggestions to make sure that when people see your content online, the headline
Right.
is good enough to make people want to click. And you, the editors and news editors, you know the power of headlines.
Yeah.
The way you write your headline can actually cause me more people to click on your content or send them away.
All right. And you also have to submit your website to Google Search Console.
Yeah.
Tell us more
Yeah,
about
so just like I stated earlier, when you create your website new, when you Google it, you will find it. That's because Google hadn't crawled the website yet. When you leave it like that, even if you don't submit it to Google Search Console, later on it could crawl the information on your page, index it, and now show it in search results.
that.
But before that, you as the website owner can actually go onto Google Search Console. It's just a matter of Googling it. You can actually Google Search Console. And then you have to actually prove that you are the owner of the website. It's just a matter of putting it in there, and then you verify. There's a mail where you click to verify that you're actually the owner of the website. Now, when you do that, you submit your URL, which is the website link of your website, to Google Search Console. And then within a period of time, Google is able to get the keywords on your website and decide where to place you when it comes to content. Whether you are in finance, whether you're in fashion, whether you are an entertainment website, a political website, anything at all. And then, based on that, they are able to suggest your page to people who come to your platform.
All right, a few questions. Should I do SEO, run PPC ads, that's pay per click, or both?
They're all important. When it comes to online optimization, it's very important to know that combining all of them is very important. You understand? So when it comes to CPC, it's more pay for. So let me explain what that is. Let's say you have a business and you want more traffic on your website. It's an e-commerce platform. You can actually design a very beautiful flyer, then get a link, come to my Job Online. Now my Job Online would now put your banner on their website, depending on the money that you're paying my Job Online. Okay, you could either be on their homepage, or their political news section, or their sports news section, or in between articles. Now that's the pay-per-click. Okay, that's the banner one. Okay.
All right.
And now when you do that, anybody at all that comes to my Job Online, for instance, can click on that link and then redirect it to your website. Okay. There's another thing that you can also do. You can use advertisers, where they have a number of websites or publishers where they can launch your ad, either by using Google Ad or DV360. Okay, these are very technical words, but it's not that difficult. These are just platforms where you can launch an ad with the use of a graphic and a link, and then by launching it, it shows your ad on various publishers that you actually choose. You understand? You can actually choose the ones you have, or based on the ones that are available to the advertiser.
All
so
right.
it can show you to my Job Online and then other sister online companies that are. So it's either you go straight to the publisher, which is myjobonline.com, or you go to this advertiser and then you launch your campaign, and then based on the number of publishers that have registered with them, they show your ad on all of those pages. And just like I said, SEO is more organic. Pay per click is paid for, just like the name suggests. Both are all important in the marketing process.
Next question: does social media help to increase a website's rank?
It does. Sometimes you search for a business or you search for anything at all online, and what do you get? You get an Instagram page, you get a LinkedIn page, you get a Twitter page. So apart from the website that we use in increasing your ranking in search results, you can actually use your social media to increase your search results as well. How do you do that? Just like we talked about last week. Consistently being active on these platforms can rank you higher. You understand?
So like you said before, I hope I got it right. That it's
Right.
better to post
Once a day for
once
7
a
days.
day for 7 days and post seven times a
in
day, and then
go for rest for 6 days.
right.
Yeah. So when you're very active on these platforms, it helps in ranking you higher because the set platform that we talked about actually picks up these social media platforms as well and then suggests it to people as well. So if I'm looking for kaftans in Ghana, probably it will show me an Instagram page that has the name Kaftan inside and then show it to people. So being very active on social media is also one of the ways to make sure that you appear more in search results. If you are not there, you are shooting yourself right in the foot.
Right. Next question. Why has my organic traffic dropped?
Your organic traffic dropped. Why? So these are the mistakes. Number one, you have very unfriendly URLs. Your URL is very, if you copy it, it could cover the whole page. It's very long or it's not friendly. You can actually edit your URL using the SEO plugins I showed you. So you can actually edit it, make it very simple, short, and easy to read. Another thing is that your website URL, you're having much less traffic to your website because you have broken links coming to your page. So some links, when they click on it, it is not working. It could actually be as a result of the fact that you had changed something at the back end of your website, an image name changed, you didn't know, or it could just be a technical hitch. Maybe you're having a downtime. So when they click on the link, it doesn't direct people to your website. You can actually correct that also through these Yoast plugins and then Rankman plugins that I talked about. Check all, it will give you the list of all the broken links you have on your website and then change them or redirect those links to a working page that you have on your page as well.
Okay. Easy to load website. Quick point about that.
Easy to load website.
Yeah.
Now, your website is content. There are files made up of text and videos and photos. Note that if you are loading very heavy photos on your website, let's say the size of your photograph, your photos that you're uploading onto your website is very big, it will make it very heavy to load. You get me? Just like when you take pictures with iPhones and you send it to people via WhatsApp, how it's very difficult for them to load it because the size of the file is very big. Same thing applies to your website as well. So what you use is that you have to compress your images to make sure that they are lighter, so that when people come to your page and they are looking, maybe your content contains video or images, it is easier to load. Now when it comes to videos, what you could do is that put a video on YouTube, put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, and embed it rather.
Okay.
So instead of uploading the video directly onto your website to increase the size of the website, now you have a link to Instagram or YouTube, so that when people are looking at the content, and now they've done it in such a way that when you click on it, it can even play inside your website without redirecting you. Or you could actually choose to redirect and go and watch it on either Facebook or Instagram. This way, your website is likely to load faster.
I've got a question on content. How long should a page of content be?
How long? So it depends. It depends. And mostly, I like to make sure that the words of my content is around 600 words. Okay. Yes. So that it makes it valuable.
Words.
Yes. The less you content you provide, the less information you have, and the less authority it has as well. It looks more or less like you don't have enough value to provide in your content. So mostly, me personally, when I'm creating content for my website and my blog and other online optimization platform that I use at least 600 words for my content.
All right, this next one. How long does it take to rank on Google?
So that's the thing. People actually think that ranking high on Google is a one-time thing. You've been able to rank today. You are number 1 on Google search results, but guess what? You go there tomorrow, and then you are not even on the first page. It's a continuous process. You understand? You have to continuously make sure that you're optimizing your content to rank high, because you are not the only person creating content. Millions of people are creating content online every single day, and the work of an SEO specialist does not end. You have to consistently make sure that you're monitoring your website, making sure that the links are working, making sure that the keywords that you have on your page are still relevant, making sure that you don't have any broken links on your website, making sure that the content on your page is not stale. So let's say you are saying 10 ways to optimize or increase the speed of your laptop in 2022. Now you can go back to your content that you created last year and change it to 2023, and then add some very relevant content to your page. Because if I go on Google search results and I see that, okay, I want content about 2023, and then you said that in 2022 or 2021, I wouldn't click and you wouldn't have much visit to your website, and then you'll be ranked low in the search results.
This is a more technical question. It says, what page speed score should I aim for?
Come again?
What page speed score should I aim for?
So page speed. So I think that would have to depend on you. But you have to make sure that your page really loads faster. Get the best. You understand? I think if you can actually get the fastest running page speed score, aim for that. The less you have it, the bad it is for your page. So this one, if there is anything like 100%, just aim for that. That's what every SEO specialist always aims for.
This question I find interesting,
right?
Because it's at the end of the day, it's also about competition, right?
Right.
You are optimizing your presence on social media because you want to have a competitive edge over your competitors. So, how do I analyze my competitor's link profile?
Okay, so one thing you can do is that you have we have online listening tools. We also have Google Analytics, where you can actually use to monitor, first of all, monitor your page and see the traffic that you are getting. And then you also have other like TalkWalker, but some of these platforms are actually paid for, and only big organizations are able to pay for them and then use them. But with these tools, you are able to get the traffic that other websites are getting, okay? Moderately. You might not even get the exact one because you don't own the platform. You don't get the right traffic and then impressions that are coming to the website. But these tools can actually help you see where you are ranking in terms of impressions, in terms of bounce rate, in terms of reach of your content. All these can actually help. But I think Google Analytics is a very good tool that you can actually use to check the insight of your page and monitor other ones as well.
Any last words for our audience?
Okay. My last words for our audience is that if your business is not online, it does not exist in 2023. It really matters a lot.
That's profound.
Yes.
If your business is not online,
it doesn't exist.
Wow.
In 2023, as we are in right now. And it's very important. It doesn't cost much to have a very decent website for your page and then share content on it continuously so that you establish some form of presence on these pages. Mind you, the fact that you have a website alone gives you some form of, image, prestige that people would want to associate with because they see you as more serious. And if somebody is able to find you through search results, it's easier to close a deal for you.
My time is up. I'm way past my time. But next week, you're going to be talking about influencer marketing.
Right.
That's also an interesting topic to look out for. Thank you so much, Edward Asare, for joining us. He's a facilitator this month. He's going to be talking about digital marketing. My producer just said something, just had to laugh. But yeah, you're going to be talking about digital marketing the whole of this month. Influencer marketing is something you should be on the lookout for. Edward will be here next week, Wednesday, to address that. But that's the Masterclass. My name is Daryl Kwawu. I sat in for Yalbana, for who is away this week. Hopefully he'll be back next week. The Masterclass is brought to you by Gwell, Good Energy, Gwell, India, and also GL Properties, the city's favorite developer now. Just a quick word about Gwell. What do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just top up anywhere? Don't do that. Let's introduce you to a good energy family and why you must be part. Gwell Super XP 195 and Diesel XP are best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Gwell Super XP 195 is a high grade fuel sold at the same price as normal fuel. Gwell Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it eco-friendly option for your vehicle. With over 440 stations across the nation, join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Gwell Good Energy, Gwell in India. And just because you're talking about optimization, your browsing experience on myjoyonline.com just got better with a new interface and outlook. Get the latest news on politics, business, sports, entertainment, and lifestyle on the new myjoyonline.com portal. The new platform comes with a better and stronger rich content integration. easily access content from video to audio on the new myjoyonline.com portal. And do share your feedback with us via mail at editors@myjoyonline.com or WhatsApp 055 so we can improve your experience and serve you better. That's the Masterclass. Thanks for attending class. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned.